Hello dear UPSC aspirants, welcome back to my channel IAS Commando. So what we are going to discuss today is that why it is in the third attempt that the brightest clear their prelims examination. Now you have seen all of these great women success stories. Ishita Kishore, she also cleared her prelims examination in third attempt. So was true for Vishakha Yadav ma'am. So was true for Ashna Chaudhary ma'am, and so was true for Apala Mishra ma'am. So why these aspirants who could clear their mains as well as interview in that attempt in which they gave mains and interview first, cleared that tough part of the examination but couldn't clear prelims in their first two attempts. So we are going to discuss why these people cleared prelims in third attempt and how can you clear the prelims in the first attempt. Now this is not a video to criticize any of their preparation strategy or to make or to give any judgment on them. I am just telling that what the syllabus of the UPSC makes statistical things, by which I mean that statistically, if you see, there are many aspirants who will clear their first prelims while they are in their third attempt. So let's delve at those reasons. So when we are going to analyze those reasons, which cause these women to clear their UPSC in third attempt, you will ultimately come to know what mistakes you don't have to do so that you clear the prelims examination in the first attempt itself. So let's move on. Now see, apart from these bright civil service officers, you will find many stories in which they cleared their prelims in third attempt. So when I was during my preparation phase, I have seen many aspirants, whether somebody is an engineering service officer, so he's also clearing his UPSC prelims examination in the third attempt. Whether it is some IITian who's fresh out of the college, so maybe he's graduated in the year 2018 and then he cleared the UPSC prelims in his 2021 attempt first time. So I've seen many stories like that. So it is not dependent on whether you are a doctor or an engineer or you are from a great college or you are from a mediocre college. So this applies to many aspirants where they have cleared their prelims examination in the third attempt, and once they clear the prelims, they make it right to the service right away. All right. So now the third attempt is the attempt, if you are a serious aspirant, you are most likely to clear your prelims in that attempt. And now that does not mean you should not try to clear your prelims examination in your first attempt. Definitely you need to give your full effort so that you can clear your prelims examination in the first attempt. But that does not mean that these four toppers did not give their 100% in the first attempt. Alright, so because if you are fully prepared with the content, then mains answer writing can be definitely mastered in the 3 months after prelims examination. So for example, 1 year you have prepared for prelims, and this is your first year of the preparation, and then you clear prelims examination this attempt itself. So if you are prepared with the content during that 1 year phase of the mains examination, then answer writing can easily be managed in the 3 months that you get between prelims and the mains examination. Alright, so now you don't have to worry about answer writing in your first attempt. You just need to see the main concern in first attempt should be that you need to gain more and more knowledge that is required for the examination. Alright, so this should be your most important concern. And you should try hard to clear the prelims examination in the first attempt itself. Now whatever statistics I am telling you, see, I have not made a list of that, but based on my experiences, what I see people clearing prelims examination in third attempt, or those who are clearing even in their first attempt, they have been familiar with the UPSC syllabus and also reading those things for the past 2-3 years, and by chance they happen to give their first attempt when they have already read the syllabus for 2 years. All right, so it does not happen as a miracle. All right, but still it can be cleared in the first attempt if you are a new fresher, and that we are going to see. All right, now reason why most people clear prelims examination is third attempt is that the syllabus of UPSC prelims is very vast and randomness is increasing in examination. Now see, you will say that there are four options in your prelims paper, and definitely if I have a cursory reading of the book, then I will be able to mark the correct answer because I have read somewhat and I can make a educated guess or I can eliminate or whatever. But that is not so simple. Why? Because the syllabus which you are reading for prelims is very vast. All right, so now means you will be getting topics which you have practiced already, but in UPSC prelims examination, you stumble upon a question that you have already seen apart from polity or history is very less. All right. So the randomness is increasing in the examination. The first thing to note is this. What else is that you need to manage multiple things before clearing prelims. Now you need to complete the syllabus also. You need to master the current affairs also, whose syllabus is increasing by one paper, or you may say nowadays two newspapers a day, and you may need to practice 60-70 tests of test series and revising the static portion multiple times and getting some extra knowledge to have an extra edge. So you see how many things you have to do. You have to complete the syllabus, you have to master the current affairs, you have to practice the test. All right, you need to practice at least I must say 20,000 to 30,000 questions. You need to revise the static portion multiple times. Then you will be able to reach that benchmark of 40-50 questions that are nowadays required to clear the prelims. Now doing all this is not an easy task to be done in a single year. All right, so however you may plan, it is not very easy to complete all these things in a single year. So you must remember this thing, that uh, you cannot be a little bit slackened about the preparation. You have to be always on your toes to prepare for UPSC in your first attempt. All right, so you need a schedule, you need to stick to that schedule. So even if your preparation slackens a little, your chances of clearing UPSC also start reducing. Now, I will not say that. See, if a month goes bad in your preparation, then definitely you won't be able to clear prelims in the first attempt. Still, you can clear, but then you need to cover that thing of 1 month in the next month. So you will have double the amount of the work in the next month. All right. So the most important thing I would say, if you want to clear UPSC examination in the first attempt, is sincerity. It requires too much of your sincerity. So you need a schedule. You need to stick to that schedule. You should be mentally headstrong that I'm sticking to the schedule, I'm sticking to the process, so I don't need to worry. Ultimately, I will complete the process and then I will appear in the examination and I will be good at that. All right. So you need that sincerity, you need that mental strength to go through the preparation in the first year to be confident of the clearing prelims in the first attempt. Now, how can you clear it the in first attempt? You need to be very strict out of your schedule. See, in your first attempt, nobody is distressed because of examination. All right. So, see, when the number of attempts keep on increasing, then there is a baggage of those attempts only. Other than the additional baggage that is coming into your life, that is you are not earning, the people you know, they are progressing their life so much that they might have earned 1 crore 2 crore rupees, because nowadays the businesses are also booming, the job sector is also booming, people are getting very high packages. So I am not saying that you need to look to anybody what other person is doing, but I am just saying that some people tend to notice that the baggage of their preparation is increasing. So in the first attempt, nobody is distressed because of examination. You might be distressed about some other thing, but not about because of the examination, because of the baggage of the examination, because of the failed attempts, failed prelims, failed mains, or failed interview. Nobody is distressed because of that. So either you are fresh out of college, or if you have dropped from your job, you still have your savings, so you are not mentally stressed. All right. Uh, Now what happens is, so other than the feeling to avoid uncomfortable study sessions, which need hard work, there is nothing else related to the exam that can hamper your preparation. So what I am saying is that you might go to study. So let's see that most of the people find that economics is very tough. All right, and economics is very vast and very tough. Now you need to have that passion that if there are 900 pages of economics, then I will do it in 2 months. I'll read 450 in 1 month. I'll read 450 in another month. And see, reading 450 pages is not a very tough task if you are entirely devoting your time to the preparation. All right. So, other than the feeling to avoid uncomfortable sessions which need hard work, there is nothing else that can hamper your preparation. Now, by nothing else, I mean related to exam. All right. And there might be some genuine personal problem in somebody's life. Okay, there are many things. For example, you might get sick, your parents might get sick, all these things keep happening. All right, so this is one of the things, Hannah. So do keep notice that please do not avoid uncomfortable study sessions. So for example, you read for 5 hours a day in the morning. Now you think that I have read enough in the morning and now I can watch some web series or that. So please don't fall into this trap of watching web series or doing something which is addictive, which can go on for hours. All right, you can do that thing in the time allotted for that thing. You can do that thing on Sunday. You can do that thing on a leave day which you have taken from your study. But don't do that on a study day on study time. For example, if you are devoting your 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. for study, so please make sure that every day 2 to 5 p.m. you do study and nothing else. You are not on the phone, you are not talking to your parents also, you are not talking to your relatives also, you are not talking to your best friend, your girlfriend, whatever it may be. Don't do anything in that hour which you have allotted for the study. That will be your most important and effective thing that can help you to clear the examination. All right, so this is what I have to say. And the only thing that aspirant is anxious about in his first attempt is about how to complete the syllabus. All right, so you might think, oh, I'm reading polity, so geography is lagging behind. I'm reading geography, so map pointing is lagging behind. I'm reading too much of history, so I'm completely ignoring polity. And what if I'm reading too much and the cost benefit ratio is not there? So these kind of things might come into your mind. You might be anxious about what is going to be the best strategy. All right, so these are the things which you are anxious about, so put them to rest. Just allot the time to your preparation and do preparation, do readings only in that, so you read only in that time and do nothing else. All right, and don't read in the time which you have booked for your recreation or your exercise or talking to your friends, relatives, family. So don't study at that time. All right, so please be punctual with your time. Now, the answer to this is see, it is very difficult to stick to the schedule. So, see, whatever schedule you are going to make, you can achieve success through that schedule. Any particular strategy is not that this strategy is the best or not. Do not keep redoing the plan if you are not able to follow it. So, you have made a plan, all right, and you are not able to follow it for a week. So there is no need to redo the plan. There is nothing wrong with the plan. It is that you are not sticking to the plan. So for example, if you allotted 10 to 12 a.m. for study and you might be doing some other thing in 10 to 12 a.m., might be searching something, might be doing something else, might be looking at what some other person is doing, or might be procrastination also. Hannah, you might be sitting in front of your book, but still you are not able to concentrate in your book. So, if this is the reason, then we have a solution for that. But do not keep redoing the plan. Redoing the plan is not the solution if you are not able to stick to the plan. All right, let's move on and make realistic targets and stick to that plan. All right, so don't make very ambitious target, but make realistic target. All right, don't make too loose target also, like we will study only 2 hours or 4 hours. At least try to log in for 6 hours in your study sessions, 6 to 8 hours, 8 to 10 hours, whatever you can do. So do keep in mind that you do these things, all right? And if you are not able to follow a realistic plan, make a commitment to plan. Do not redo the plan, all right? So see, if you haven't followed the plan for maybe 2 or 3 days, then you need to renew your commitment to the plan, that no, I have to study these hours, I have to study that subject only in that hour. I will not worry about any other subject when I sit for a study session on those hours. All right. So you need to be able to follow a realistic plan, make commitment to the plan, don't redo the plan every time. And analyze the cause of why you could not follow the plan. So if you are not able to follow the plan, there might be some reason why you are not following that plan. So please see what is the reason. If there is personal issue, all right, there might be some family emergency, there might be some problems related to studies only. For example, you don't have the requisite material, you are not able to understand the subject. All right, so these things may also occur. And what else? You are giving more time to entertainment. You watch Netflix in that thing. You watch some YouTube video on that thing. There might be many kind of distraction in that thing. All right, and you might be simply procrastinating. So find a solution to each of your problems. So for example, if there are some personal problems, then some simply should be ignored because they will vaporize themselves if you don't pay much attention to them. All right. So for example, if somebody is in a relationship or somebody is having a tough time at home, all right. So for example, if somebody is fighting in your home, so what will you do? So please don't try to get too much involved in these personal issues. Please don't try to get in the web of these personal issues. All right. So these issues need to be ignored. They will vaporize if you don't pay much attention to them. All right, because these issues are not permanent. Somebody's mood may be spoiled. That's why maybe he or she may be obstructing you. All right. So you don't need to pay much heed to that plan. If somebody is coming to your room or ringing you again and again, all right. So then you need to avoid that person in that time. All right. So this is how you can deal with your personal problems, and definitely some need to be dealt with if there is a very if there is a issue that needs attention. And see, on the one end there is a problem that there are some financial issues, there are some health emergencies of yourself or of your parents, of your loved ones, all right. And at the one end of the thing is that you are simply sitting before the book but you are not able to concentrate, your mind is constantly wandering, all right. So if your mind is wandering, so then you need to go for active reading. Now what is active reading? You take your book, you take your pencil, your pen, you keep on underlining the keywords and see what your aim should be is that when you are reading a paragraph, so do active reading, underline the keywords, and just when you read the paragraph or two, if it is a topic that can only be comprehended by reading a page or two or three, so do try to remind yourself what you are reading, what are the keywords, what you have read, what is the main conclusion, all right, what is the inferences you are drawing with that. So you need to pay attention on these things. So this is how you can do active reading, and also keyword based reading should be done. So see, what happens is that when you are reading a book, especially the introductions of the chapter are very boring. And when you are reading introduction, if you are taking too much time there, ultimately your interest in the subject is gone away, and then what happens is that you are not able to proceed further to the book. So read the introduction very fast, underline the keywords, and then directly come to the topic. So when you are coming to the topic, your interest is naturally evoked. All right. So do keep in mind while reading these things. And there are more things that we can discuss in the next video. So all the best to all the UPSC aspirants. And this was not a video on why these people were not able to clear in second attempt, in their first attempt. This is just to show that see, it can happen with everyone. They might also be having some problems. Now their problems is not necessarily because they were lazy or something. Their problems might be anything, any obstruction, all right. So you need to focus on what your problem is, finding the solution. So see, the more times you fall when you are riding a horse or riding a bike, the earlier you learn. All right. So the earlier the procrastination hits you, the earlier the obstacle of the personal problems hits you, the earlier you are going to find a solution and get back to study. And whenever these problems occur again and again, now you know the solution and you can cut the time they are going to eat in your life. All right. So this is what I want to say, that how you can clear the prelims examination in the first attempt itself. All the best to all the UPSC aspirants, and we will meet with a great video in the next video. So please like, share and subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon. Thank you so much.